Mr. Tom.
What's happening?
The king of kings county.
How you doing?
I just won the race with Jesse. Real men wear pink. How you doing? Good to see you. Yes. How's everyone? Good. Look at these journalists. How you doing? How are you? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, yes. It's a great program that I attended. How are you? Good to see you. Oh, is it music cold?
It's very cold outside.
I got to do it.
First of all, I want to say welcome to everyone. Thank you so much for being here. It is freezing cold outside. Not that we weren't expecting winter, but I think any of us were expecting it today. So I appreciate you coming out. And I want to start by thanking Borough President Eric Adams. When he was elected last year, he called this the House of the People. So we want to thank you for bringing us home. I also want to thank the Provost of St.Francis College, Dr. Timothy Houlihan. And I would like to thank our faculty advisor and professor at St. Francis College, Dr. Virginia Franklin. I also want to let you know that we have a combination of alumni, current students, and future students in the room. And I also want to thank Dr. Jackie Cody, who is one of our advisors and works closely with us. And Eric, we're collaborating.
Great.
Eric encouraged us to all collaborate, but we have been collaborating already. And I also want to just introduce you to our new friend, Ron Rossbrook. Is that right?
That was a brilliant pronunciation.
Took me a year. And Eric, I want to bring you and him to your attention. He has an incredible program that is funded, okay? And that is ready to come right into the Board of Ed. So we'll connect those dots. But in the meantime, I want to turn you over first to Dr. Houlihan and then to Dr. Virginia Franklin just to make their welcoming remarks.
Okay. I feel a little odd welcoming people since it's not my house. Hello, BPI.
Good to see you.
But you've always made us feel very at home here. With many thanks. And so I'll just say thank you to Ms. Cooper Andrews, as always, for her this terrific program that she brought to the college 10 years ago somehow.
In the 11th year.
No, that would make me in my 50s. But it's been a terrific ride with dozens of students getting an opportunity to work in media outlets around the city. And beyond that, she's really pioneered this idea of taking internships and giving them to students who might not otherwise qualify. Those who might very easily slip through the cracks. She's found ways to energize them, revitalize them, and bring them back to the college as great assets for all of us. It's my great privilege to be here with Mr. Volpe, who I worked with when he was chairman of the board, which seems almost impossible. But it's true, and you were a terrific chair. You've been an amazing chair emeritus, and his lovely wife, Rita. You've been just such a great help to the college. So it's a privilege for me to be here. And I'm very happy to turn it over to my colleague, Dr. Virginia Franklin from the Department of English.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, I can't believe either that it's been that long since I was first asked to be a faculty advisor for Andrea's program. It just took my breath away when I was asked to moderate that kickoff event, which had the relatives of Cheney, Goodman, and Schwerner, the young freedom riders who work in Mississippi. And here we are, all these years later, and the program, great success. And I thank Andrea for inviting me to be a part of this and part of her continued endeavors. And Mr. Volpe, Mr. Tom Volpe, that's been a long time ago too, when I first won the Fulbright to go teach in New Zealand, teach and do research at the University of Waikato in New Zealand. And Mr. Volpe, in addition to congratulating me as many people did, he actually put me in touch with my first Kiwis, Mike and Lynn Holes, the ambassador at the time. And it was a great start to something that's been a huge difference in my life and now the life of the college. We have a direct relationship, study broad relationship with Waikato now, and all kinds of great things have come out of that. So, so thanks for being part of that start.
Thank you.
In the name of my father's legacy, we are here to pay tribute to Tom Volpe. His extraordinary acts of kindness and the magnitude and depth of his commitment to helping young people inspired me to create, in your honor, the Thomas J. Volpe Distinguished Leadership in Service Award.
Wow.
It will be given annually, that's why it's in your name, it's being given to you, but it's in your name, to those men and women who exemplify your energy and your level of commitment to leadership and service. We will ask you to return every year to make the presentations to the people that are coming behind you, and we're locking you down for the next 30 years. I'm going to introduce the borough president, but in order for me to introduce him properly, I have to tell you why we're here. My father was born in 1927. He was born in a house in Brooklyn on Grand Avenue between Gates and Green. He was a blue-collar man. He was a foreman at Schaefer Beer. I know some of you know what Schaefer Beer was. I know some of you don't know what Schaefer Beer is. But he was a guy who worked on the docks. In the 1950s, and I have a very good friend, Monica, raise your hand, who's been my friend for over 50 years, who grew up on the same block that I grew up on. And we grew up in Bed-Stuy. And in the 40s and the 50s, Bed-Stuy was carved into 6 congressional districts represented by white men. We had no one to go for anything that we need. Any infrastructure issues, sewage, mail, whatever. There was nobody to talk to, and everybody you went to pointed you to the next guy. What can I do? What can I do? What ended up happening is that my dad was the lead plaintiff in a court case that sued the United States government for gerrymandering. They fought it out in court for 10 years and won, producing Shirley Chisholm as the first black representative from Bed-Stuy and the first black congresswoman in history. My father went on to publish a newspaper called the City Sun, which was a very progressive, very strong political newspaper. And when he passed away in, what was it, like 12 years ago, 13 years ago, I created this program in his honor. And I wanted to make sure that his name was not forgotten and that he was a person that, you know, there's so many things that you see and they exist in a particular way, but you don't know who did it and you don't know why they did it. And I wanted to make sure that young people understood that he was a very important person. He was also Eric Adams' mentor. In the early 90s, and I have told this story many times, and Eric has heard me tell the story many times, but I cannot tell it too much. In the early 90s, my father was constantly receiving death threats for the things that he believed in and the things that he talked about. And when he received a major death threat, somebody came to murder my father in the early 90s, Eric Adams was just a patrolman. He placed 24-hour guard around my dad and saved his life. Eric Adams, to me, is one of the most authentic people in the world. He has been, he has been in our lives and my family's lives for over 30 years, but he's somebody that I've always admired, and I've always been very proud of him, but I have never been more proud of him now. So I'd like to present you with, it's not the new borough president, I wouldn't say the new borough president, the borough president, Eric Adams.
Newness to it, and I was happy to see my good friend Eric that came in as well, snuck in quietly. I think that Mr. Cooper was a true reflection of the term authentic voice, and I was always excited week after week picking up the City Sun and reading what he had to offer. And I was thinking about Urban Glass, as you were talking, how Andy had the ability of making urban people be glass-like. He made us use ourselves to be blown into a bowl to feed people when it was possible. Made us blow ourselves into a cup to quench the thirst of people, and made ourselves be blown into a mirror so we can look at ourselves and see, are we the people who we say we are in a very real way? And that's what the City Sun was. Every week it was a mirror reflection of the city. And he was really a great, compassionate, warm individual. And I enjoyed just being around him and speaking with him. And when we started and to move forward and fast forward, this program is important because when you look at the countless number of people who are writing stories that reflect the vision of this entire city, it is not representative of the diversity what the city has to offer, particularly in a borough like Brooklyn, where ST.FRANCIS is located. It's a number I throw around often. 47% of this borough speaks a language other than English at home, yet when you go into the editorial rooms, the men who are there, they don't come from all the communities. And so by the time the decision is made to put stories in the paper, often the stories of the lives of everyday Brooklynites are left on the cutting room floor. They never make it to the tabloids. And so young journalists coming up and embracing the new technology that has really shattered the traditional methods of communicating. Now, we are going to start to see that the story will be told in the proper way. And I think that Andy, Mr. Cooper, paved the way for that. And what you have done, Mr. Volpe, is just really the continuation of that. We are just experiencing our version of this epic journey, and this is the sequel. It's a continuation of great people that allows the sequel to continue to have a great story and a great storyline with a great ending. And so I thank you, Andrea, and I want to read this proclamation that we have.
What I want to do.
I'll follow your lead.
Just wanted, we have a couple of testimonials from students.
Mm-hmm.
And just wanted to tell you a little bit about the program. Then we're doing the plaque and the award, and we can
Great.
let you go. Okay. Before I introduce the man of the hour, I want to tell you about the Young Journalists in Training Program. The people who can best express the significance of the program are the students, and you will hear from them right now, but I want to just give you some basic facts about the program. It is not a traditional journalism program. It is a program that helps students transition out of college into work who are journalists. And basically, what we do is prepare them for the world of work, give them mentors, take them into corporate environments, and let them begin to feel comfortable about what's next. We celebrated our 10th anniversary last year. We placed over 150 students in internships. We have a 100% placement rate. We've been in places like WABC, WCBS, New York One, Daily News. We have a BET internship coming up this year. We're very excited about that. And we also are starting the next leg of our journey. We have a new innovative college course for high school students. They get 3 college credits from taking the journalism course, and we're now beginning to work with STEM students in high school. The 3 high schools, or the 3 groups of people, have come from Eagle Academy, Harlem Children's Zone, and the YMCA has a program with high school students that they'd like to participate in. So we are moving forward. We're very excited about starting our 2nd decade, and what I'm going to do, rather than have everybody come stand around me, is just one by one stand. Andy, you want to come to the front?
Yes, am I going first?
No, but you can come up here. What I'm going to do is introduce people in a specific order. Have a seat right here for a minute. And I'm going to introduce somebody to you who is not actually a student from the journalism program, but she is somebody that I've mentored. I counted the years, for like 35 years.
I was 2.
She is an incredible woman. I am so proud of her. I feel kind of like a mama, but I didn't pay all the money that you have to pay to be a mama. But I'd like to introduce you to Dr. Jackie Cody.
Thank you. Thank you. So I won't bore you. Forgive me for reading. Nice and short. Thank you for being here this evening, each of you. Your attendance is very much appreciated and valued. There are people here, including myself, that thrive. Not just survive, but thrive because of Professor Andrea Andrews' attention, guidance, and mentoring. We need to make folks like us more accessible. We have so many resources for people, so it is vital to our society to make these resources accessible. As we take the time to honor the great Thomas J. Volpe and support journalism, it is my plea to you to continue to make these resources more accessible and available to our communities, especially to teens and young adults who are next in line to run the world. It is our responsibility to ensure that society is left in very capable hands. This must be our collective legacy. Thank you, Mr. Volpe, for all you do, and thank you, Professor Andrews, for being a constant force of light and freedom in this world. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce you to Andy Washington, whose name happens to be Andrea, but she's Andy. Best name in the world. And she is currently a student in the journalism program. I'm going to be introducing you to one of our alum, and I'm going to introduce you to our future. But for the moment here, Ms. Andy Washington.
Yay.
I came into this program by chance. I am a first-year transfer student at ST.FRANCIS, and I was in transition, I was nervous, and then I met Professor Andrews. And she told me about this program. I'm like, okay, cool. I am very passionate about journalism and learning about politics. I walk into this program, first class. Who are you? What do you want to do with your life? That was the first class assignment. And college, it's they prepare you for these things, but they never ask you to write who you are and what do you want to do. I was nervous. I spent the weekend, I'm like, who am I? What do I want to do with my life? I didn't know. But I came to it and I'm like, this is who I am. I'm an organized person. I am a person willing to do leadership things. I'm very passionate with whatever I'm involved with. And where I want to go is I realize I want to raise political awareness with people around my generation, like people in college, people in high school, because being involved with politics, being aware of these things, that's how we're going to progress forward. And I really appreciate this program to just help me with that.